hopefully this camera don't get too steamed up, but this rainy day we're having, you guys, it looks a little hazy around here too anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and, since I'm over here, tell you about the significance of this area I am in. And this video of random jibber jabber, it will mean something to some of you guys that still know me from the very beginning, the video game friends when I first arrived on YouTube and other media. Way back in the early 2000s, and I'm gonna, if you stay with me a little bit on this video, I'll tell you the significance of this place, and I'll also talk about a few things that happened on the news, major things that happened during sometimes I take you back to. Yeah, my very first times I was on YouTube. First of all, the significance of this place goes back to when I wasn't even on YouTube yet, and how I wound up taking computer stuff in college, and I eventually wound up, I'll say, on YouTube and stuff, which is a couple years later. But the significance of this area, that if you were to know how this camera is going to be steamed up on, let me try to wipe this with my finger. Yeah, is that a little clearer? Try to wipe the camera off with my finger here. It's like steamed up. Is that a little better? Yeah, you can see the bridge there. And a little back here, a little bit, there's a building behind one of these houses here, okay, and there's more to this town. Building used to be a school way back when, but it's now an apartment building. It has for many decades, but okay, I lived there once. Damn nice places inside. I would have still been there, but you know how a lot of really good paying industrial jobs, that's the trouble with this country, you know. Profit sharing bonuses and everything, and all of a sudden you'll get people you knew for years trying to get you bumped off in jobs because they know that they're starting to get rid of people and a company is downsizing and then eventually closes up. But, alright, so I wound up at this building in this place back here for a while. I loved it. Man, I had swords on my wall. I had pewter plates that I etched symbols from the Key of Solomon and all the Latin and Hebrew writing, all kind of things on it. Victorian painting replicas, CD changers. Back before I discovered computers and the MP3 phones and things. And later on, fast forward down the line, where I lived in that house with the green walls and the swords on the wall. Back when some of you guys might have watching this video game, friends, how I wound up in that house later, you know, parents' house for a few years. But before I wound up in that house where you guys in my video game, my video game blogger friends, some of my fitness friends way back in the early 2000s, like starting like 2002-ish and up and then. Okay, before I wound up in that house, I was living over here. But before that, way before I was ever on YouTube, I had my real good paying job. I lived across from a restaurant, like I told you a few of my stories way back when. They sold that building and everybody had to get out. And I still had a good paying job. It cost me some time to move. I had the job for many years, and it's just, never see that kind of money since. The job was still going on, you know what I mean? And I thought that's the way it was always going to be, so they sell my building. And I had the thing called a newspaper, you know, I think they might have had even, you know, just Windows 2000 on the computers back then, so there was no looking on the internet like I do these days when I recently moved. So the newspaper, eventually find a place. I had 30 days to move, pay for a moving truck, but at the time, get my stepdad to drive the truck, so I wound up at this building back here. Man, it was a great place. I tell my girlfriend about this, what it was like, but the only thing is, you know, it didn't last forever. So I wound up in that place where you guys first knew me, when I did the very crappy videos with a crappy, low-budget webcams and computers with my exercise, and I had some video game blogger friends. So I lived here. So getting back, moving where I am here now, I feel like I have reclaimed, or somebody from beyond tell you about I try to hint at you everything I do on my video, that some beliefs I have, you know, I mean, crossover belief. I feel that something from beyond, along with some really good friends, relatives of my girlfriend, and somebody from beyond, helped me to reclaim part of what I had. Not this place, Not this one, but a place in the area, which was why I'm now. That's why my videos are so positive. But anyway, yeah, this is a significant area. So I live there, like that house where you guys first knew me on YouTube for a while with the green walls. There's some really somewhat not very good camera resolution videos, my early exercise videos, which I left some of the best ones up and I deleted a lot of them. Then, later on, another thing I wanted to mention, as long as you're still with me here too, political things that went on. I lived in this building and I was working at this warehouse before the job went kaplooey. And one of the things that happened where I was living in this area was, I'll never forget the day, the September 11th attack. I was working at this warehouse place, one of my best paying jobs. Everybody, all the machines stopped, everybody with their jaws gaping. I was living in this building at the time, but I was at work. They hear on the radio, it's all over the radio. The September 11th attack happened. Holy shit, everybody stopped what they was doing, just everybody. So, that was a big significant thing in history during that time. I was living in this building back here. Well, later on, like I said, September 11th. Then after September 11th thing, it lasted a year. I live in this place 1 year. Things in the job started go kaplooey, and everybody was trying to get each other bumped off like you do. Anybody watching this, you have some good paying job somewhere, don't kid yourself. The minute shit starts, rumors that they're going to start getting rid of people, they're not selling as much as product or something's happened to the company, people for years will be trying to get you bumped off because they're worried and everything. So I had to leave that place, so I wound up where some of you guys that knew me from YouTube in the beginning, that house, lived there for a while with my girlfriend. I'm in that other place for many years, the building that I left. That's why you don't see me at that one building anymore, We had to move, and this time I drove the truck first, like I told you, right by the river there. I was telling you about how I drove a moving truck all by myself. I never drove it in my life, and wound up all the way over here. I'm like, so anyway, to make a long story short, I'm in a nicer area. It's like something from beyond, and some friends, me and my girlfriend's friends, particular relatives on her side, helped us out financially. Something from beyond, and some other reasons. A little bit of everything, or everyone, somewhere, or whatever I want to say, who and what I say it is. Some particular people, and maybe from beyond as well, help. Whatever you want to believe, reclaim a general nicer area, this area, and new prospects for how I make my money on the way. Because of this COVID, some of the things I'd probably be eventually going back to here. After everybody's living off of whatever they get. Whoever the fuck you are watching this, I don't care if you're some hater that's been watching this so long, but anybody, friends are here and there. Let's get real here. Because of COVID, a lot of us, what we're living on, whatever we are collecting here, if our jobs are interfered with, stimuluses and different. Some of us are more lucky than others. There's a lot of people losing their houses, but some good prospects for me here. I got a lot of, say, real people and some maybe others from beyond to thank for, and get to walk around some really wonderful places, and some things that I'd be getting into, new prospects, Maybe not just my old agency. There's some things on the way I ain't saying yet, but don't want to brag just yet. But I'm also, any of you guys here that somewhat like me and stay with me on these video blogs, praying for you. And everybody around here that's Hopefully we don't get no big fucking collapse because this COVID don't mutate some other kind of way or whatever the fuck these other people are trying to pull to bring everybody down and drive people into poverty so they can have a communist turn this into a communist third world country. That's a whole different ballgame, but so this psych on New Year's Day. It's New Year's Day for me. That's what I should have said at first place in this video. For me, it's like about damn near 2 decades in review about stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll be going like further back down river, back to near home and all that. But god damn, a lot of shit happened. That's for sure. You know. But yeah, we got a hell of a nice. Well, anyway, I'd end this video, but I didn't give you details of why we had to move. But I did some good things in the town where I was at, charity work and friends, both black and white, and why I have my own beliefs on like what these fuckers are trying to tell people on the news, of trying to tell you and me what to believe. I had good things going on, but I had haters too. Yeah, I was driven out of the old place that we had, but like I said, we got somebody and something from beyond and some people at the same time to thank for, in a way, if you want to call it in spite of the evil and the people and something else from beyond that has people and things from beyond also that have a demonic hatred for you. The evil did not prevail. Put it that way. So that's what we got right here now for a positive 2021. Year 2021. So yeah, and if any of you guys got this far in this video, like I said, some of my old YouTube friends from the very beginning. And this video is also maybe for some particular people I know personally, so this video ain't gonna go viral. There's good reasons for this video, you know, particular people it's going to that actually have some significance in our offline life. That some of them we have to thank for things. I can go on, but yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this video off. I'm gonna end this video here, and I'm gonna have to wipe this camera off again. So you get the idea.